Welcome back to the Edit Manhwa channel. Today's video is about a manhwa with an MC who transitions to a novel. Let's begin. Story Yusung is an ordinary employee resurrected as a foolish character from a novel of the same name. Hated by his family and peers, and driven to madness by the violence he endured, his fate is to be controlled, exploited, and ultimately killed by others. To escape this hell, our new Yusung finds a way to become one of the awakened, those blessed by heaven with extraordinary abilities. He will later try to use it to level up and kill monsters coming from other dimensions, and of course, eliminate his enemies who stand in his way. Story. When I opened my eyes, I thought it would be like those cliched, common stories. The kind where you become the protagonist. But this story hadn't been written yet. Nothing but its protagonist, leave one. That God, the author of the story, told me, I will write my story in a way that is different from how your kind writes. Wait a minute. That way, it's so different. Story. I received the same question every day, but the answer never changed. The only things that remained were sympathetic looks and monthly insurance payments. And the harsh reality of being half paralyzed. They say God only gives you trials you can bear, but I'd rather die. That was when I woke up. This is the world of the world-dominating wizard. From now on, you must live as the character. Moraid Vernars. I became an extra in the novel I had been reading overnight. Story. It was a ridiculous piece of fiction, one that I'd be ashamed to call a novel. Yet, that was exactly what I transmigrated into. Larson Maiden. I became that supporting character, a wretched scoundrel who got purged at the age of 17. Now, as the writer and creator, Story. There are billions of characters within the novel's single world. Yet, none of them, apart from the protagonists and important supporting characters, receive a name. Chandong, what's your status? I don't know. I don't even know why my name is Chandong. This world is a novel I wrote. Yet, I ended up as a character I never wrote about. Aside from your acceptance into the Agent Military Academy, this character isn't particularly exceptional. She doesn't interact with anyone in the story, and she's never even mentioned. So, I became an extra in the story. No. I became just dust in the story. Story. When I opened my eyes, I found myself inside a novel, in the body of a garbage collector from the Count's family. I am Choi Han, transported to a different dimension from Earth, along with the birth of many heroes on the continent. Story. I achieved my cozy life of a 7th grade civil servant by through a lot of hardships and nights of blacking out, so I was looking forward to the weekends where I could relax and have fun, but that night. Is this Beck Regine, the main character of the novel? When I returned to my senses, I discovered I was in the novel I was reading. Did a 7th grade civil servant like me become the spoiled young master of the great Jagal family? A side character who has received excessive investments and love since he was young, and now going through a stormy period of his life. The spoiled young master of the Jagal family, whom the blood demon cult would annihilate 10 years later. Story. I died while reading negative comments on my novel. I was already in shock because of my death, but some angry reapers appeared and told me that being a bad writer was a sin. To atone for my sin, I was told I needed to survive after the end of one of my novels. And so I entered the death of a demon king. Damn it all! Why did this happen to me? Unfortunately, the character I had was a demon prince, a character with no fighting abilities, who dies at the beginning of the story. Story. Kim Suho, a civil engineer, became a nobleman from a fairy tale, but what's this? My county will soon be destroyed? Then I'll have to design, build, and sell. Story. Park Gwang-sik is an average office worker who enjoys reading web novels as a hobby. And as he's reading one night, the author of his favorite story, The Great Demon War, asks him to save the world. After a flash of light, he finds himself sitting on a throne in the body of Emperor Exceltrion, the villain of the novel. But the worst part is that Exceltrion's murderous instinct makes him crave bloodshed. Can Guangxi save the world and fight the urge to kill anyone who even slightly annoys him? Story: when I woke up, I became the villain of a martial arts novel. But the body I possessed happened to be the extra character of a disastrous villain? Ukrainan / the fourth son of demon sect. Leader / a scoundrel, a playboy, has weak combat techniques and a nasty temper. Ukrainan, the insignificant villain of the demon sect's young master who died with a single slash by the main character in the novel. He had no choice but to become stronger in order to survive from the main character. Damn it! Main character or whatsoever. I will destroy all of it.